Welcome to some Creators Creation. Hope you're all doing well. So, what is today's episode, you might be asking yourself? Well, today's episode is mostly about planning encounters and how I kind of run my campaigns. I don't usually talk a lot about this because most people... I'm going to have to reset that link later. That's okay. I'll reset it. Oh, to be fair, this is a one-shot, so I'm not too worried about people randomly trying to join. And to be fair, by the time this video gets posted up, this campaign page will be gone. So, sorry. Let me just check. Do any of the other ones have their... No, they don't post their campaign links. For those wondering, though, End of the World started this year in May. Peaceful Future started this year in July. And Monsters Monday started this year in September. And then my temp character hub, which is just where if players have something they want to create and use, I let them. So here are our players. We're going to be doing encounter builders today. So we're going to create new. We're going to make sure we have the right party, because we don't want the wrong ones when we're making this. And we got to come up with a reason, and don't just ignore the stream video, that's just for my stream schedule stuff, for why these people are here and what they're going to find out. So the general lore right now is that the world, or throughout the world, mana is seeming to concentrate in Selmica, which is, for those who don't know, the southern continent, the southern pole, that has really nothing on it. If we look at our geography map, pull that up real quick, you can see it's just mostly snows and hills. The party is going down to here. So that's where we're going to be going today. I'll be giving them their background lore here in a bit. We're going to duplicate that though, just so that way, well, we can go back. There we go. Yeah, so now with that in mind, now that we have that, one of the things I want to look at is see if I wrote anything on my continents page. This is typically where I start. Demonic corrosion, definitely a really interesting thing I'm going to be messing with later. These are some of the diseases that we've been working through, for those who don't know. And as you can see, we haven't really worked on any of this stuff yet. So we have lots of work later. There's Celsica, that's the northern area. And then Selmica. Except the mana seems to disappear here, almost as if something is sucking it away. So, now if the party knows about this, then they would be able to catch on to this situation. But they don't. Most of them probably won't even look at the map. Let me turn off main screen for a second. Nope, fake news. Oh, man. Let me move my Discord onto that channel, so that way, when it goes off, I can easily look at without having to turn off everything. So we don't have anything going on in Selmica currently. But we have a lot, overall. So, we have this going on. We need to come up with an adventure. So, one of the things I like to do is I'll go into my drive and usually just create a new Google Doc. Actually, I think we have my campaign notes, but I don't want to use those because there's some stuff that'll pop up that may be influential to the campaign, and I don't want anybody reading it. So we're going to call this One Shot Adventures. And for in this situation, we want to come up with the adventure. So we have Selmica is the name of the adventure. Or here, actually, the mana of Selmica. And that's what we're gonna start for heading 1. The reason why is so that way we can easily kind of come up with a story here for what we're thinking. Now, usually what I will do is I will create a general piece of, I'll come up with everything as I'm going. So this time is going to be a little more organized because this is going to be a full one-shot. And actually, you know what? I have an idea of who I want to mess with in this one. Let's see. Can I find them? Yes, we can. Because the Vatri from the old world are mostly sellswords. The closest, yeah, is Aifi, who is, yeah. They don't have their own nation, but they do have information. I know they have wars that they've been in. And that might be on our time sheet. Let's see, because we're going to actually open them and them. Oops. And then we're going to go into our timeline here. You see how much work goes into one of these one-shots. Let's start with wars. Let's see if we can find anything on the Vatri. Oh, these are the old, names. Ooh, okay. So, Avion. Yeah, Avion is what we're looking for in here. And we're looking in green because we know that in green is in Crimea's lore. So we can easily see or easily spot what and who and where. Because the Avion were basically, I would figure they had history on them. Neither of us won the game. Lasted grand total 40 turns before you almost puked. And went. I deny these charges. Let's continue looking. Okay. So we had the Great Crusade, which was the war with the Avion. So we know they're mentioned in the Tigraxes Wars. So if that's the case, let's see if we can find it in the Tigraxes, which are my... what do you call them? Is it you? No, that's a sable, yeah. Artori, yep. Nope. We gotta find it in here. Give it a sec. See, I would figure they would. Oh, yeah. Tiglaxes. So we're gonna be changing them later because they are going to be what basically is the Rakshasa of this world. So do we have that war written about? There was a religion expanding to all reaches of the country, but when the nobles learned that the Avion people were calling this religion a religion of evil and primal feelers, the Trigarians decided that it was time to get rid of the non-believers. After on 220 years of the Trigarians had almost genocided the... Okay. So I think what we're going to do for this one shot is this will be the last stronghold of the Raka and Vatri peoples. Long ago, during the, what was the time period? Age of a new light. Okay, perfect. Age, a new light. The last of the Vatri crossed over using powerful magic to return to the world of Silencia and reclaim their original names as the Akraka. They would find themselves in Selmica to avoid detection by the other races as they continued to hunt down their kind. So here we're gonna have what is called what's a good word for it? What's a good word for anti mana? Well, let's look in our book here. Like I said, there's a lot that goes into my prep for these forms of mana. So we have mana, we have Magikium, and we have Mesnium. Let's go to Google Translate. And in this case, I think we were using Latin for the language, so let's continue using Latin. Magia, yeah, I think that's where I got the term. Magicium, yeah, something like that. What's anti? No, they don't have a word for it. What is the opposite of magic? I guess muscularity, but you know that's not what I'm looking for here. No, I don't like the idea of using divine essays. I want something that's gonna eat magic. What would eat magic? I kind of like this. Let's see about this. Okay. Little is known of the origins and disappearance of the Kraka, who vanished from the world in the first, let's pull up our timeline, because I think if we go into race creation, the Eric Cochran are gone by the end of the beginning of corruption, and it's never really discussed what happened to them. Yeah. So we're gonna play that. Little is known of the origin of the disappearance of the Eric Cochran, who vanished from the world in the first, or in the beginning of corruption. And the truth came eventually to be that they migrated to the world of Incremia as the Batri. Hopefully I am spelling that right. Yes, I am. Okay. Known for their incredible anti-magic devices, or crafted items. Most of their cities in Silencia were long lost and forgotten about. Okay, so the start of the adventure. Let's adventure. All right. Point of adventure to shut down the Eternum Carmen. Oops, I don't think. Eternum. That's how I spell it, right? Eight. Yeah, let's do Eternum Carmen. It's like that with an E, right? Eternum, yeah. Carmen. Eternal spell. That keeps sucking in the mana from the world and concentrating it into a singular device. Okay, so for the start of the adventure, heading to. All right. Let's see. So party shows up on a boat. Party arrives on a boat in which they have been traveling from the Isle of Man, avoiding detection from the Toth fleets, patrolling for new slaves. So we're gonna have something here with that in a second. They land at the town of... Well, the sea is the sleeping abyss, is what we know. That's what this is. So I like Somnus. Okay. Somnus. Okay. To which they will encounter slavers almost immediately, attacking them in the tavern. Alright. Encounter slavers. Alright. So let's build our encounter. Slavers of... What was the name of the city? Somnus. Somnus. Now, these aren't going to be very strong. We don't expect them to. So, we will make them humanoid. They're already Air Cochrane there. Perfect. Let's at least get a decently high CR for these creatures. And let's see what we're dealing with. A Lord of Blades might be an interesting one to throw at them pretty early. He is a Warforge, but he might be the rogue, and he would be a good character to continue to chase them around if they don't kill him. Yeah, okay, we're going to add him in. And then we're going to support him with probably 2 level 15 clerics to heal. Yeah, okay. And they'll be Hill Dwarves, that's fine. Okay. And we'll rename him probably, or use his name. Okay. If they... Oh, here, let's make a note. If they don't kill the Lord of Blades outright, upon his lowest health, he will, let's see, oops, encounter. What spells does he have? He does have Fly, he does have Dispel Magic, so he has access to 3rd level spells. Freedom, Movement, Enemy Object, Wall of Force. So he is supposed to be, I think, some sort of like Hexblade build. Let's look at his information. Lord Blade's a Warforged warlord who has broken all ties of his former master. He's established a nation for his people deep in the Mornland. Yeah, so, okay. I'm actually going to go ahead and give him the spell Teleport from a helmet. So, yeah. He will cast Teleport from his helm of teleportation. Okay. So, alright, there's the first encounter. That will be, like, their main fight that they have to do in this town. Upon defeating him, the barkeep, or another source of information, will let them know that they want the giant, strange, purple, and Silver Fortress, further to the pole, or further to the pole, about a week's travel. During this travel, the party can encounter one of 4 random encounters as an in-between. There we go. Encounter 1. We'll call it Snowy Deeps. Snowy Deeps. We'll pretty much do 3 or 4 of these in one way or another. We're gonna want something similar to each of these, so we'll come up with themes as we go. 2, 3, and 4, and we'll change their names each. But this way that the party has something to kind of run into, and they're guaranteed something interesting. Alright, so in the encounter planner, let's create another one. Oops. Oh, I love that they got rid of that. That's interesting. Okay. Create new. Encounter Snowy Deeps. We'll call it that. In this case, I don't really care what it is. The environment is it has to be Arctic. Or mountainous. Those are the 2. And we need them to at least be CR 11 and need to be at least under 20. So I love that an angry chicken is a legit thing. Let's see. What are we thinking for something snow-based? A phoenix. Yeah. Ancient white dragon, and not really my thinking here. I kind of like the idea of tossing a archdruid with some bears. So let's actually... we have polar bears. And these things can do how much damage around? Not much, but you get a few of them, and they do start to add up. So we're gonna say we'll make this an easy encounter. All right. So random druid that they could run into. Let's let that save, and then we're gonna create another one. Snow the dragon. I like that. Okay. Why? Because I think it's funny. Dragon bait. Oh, yes. Let's make sure the environment is still Arctic, though. I failed Dragon Priest. I like the idea of that an adult dragon. Probably won't be a very hard fight for them, but again, the point isn't for a hard fight, it's just to kind of give them something as an option that they could get. And I think it makes it interesting, so we'll do a young dragon with it. Okay. Saving, give it a minute. Yep, there we go. Let's see. I want to do something with the air Cochrane, so the hint, and we'll do, yeah. So we'll do a couple of these. We'll do like say 3 of them, and then we're gonna do a really tough monster that likes the Arctic. What's the strongest we've got? Elder Tempest, Jesus. And an angry chicken. You know what? We've got to go with it. The hint is the next one. Okay. And then, okay. So that's saved. Nice. Alright, and then we got our last one. that we're gonna do. Again, making this someone who likes. Let's do the mountains at this point. Let's say this will be their mountain attack, and we're gonna bring up the CR to 10 and lower it to around 20. Let's. Storm Giant, we could do. A Phoenix, you know. A Fire Giant Dreadnought, A Dire Troll might be an interesting throw, actually. You get two or three of these in a fight, and they can be really dangerous, I'm gonna say. These three Dire Trolls, I could definitely see being a problem. Let's save that. Alright. So after they fight through that, they're going to arrive at the Snowy Fortress. Okay. So after fighting 1, 2, 2 of these, the party will arrive at a giant soul, stone, and steel fortress, or star fortress. It's a giant with a small tower in the center, as well as a deserted and broken town all around it. So here we get encounter of undeads. We'll do one of two. We'll call this encounter 5 and encounter 6. So in this case, we need undead for this encounter. So let's create another one. There's also a reason I named these specifically. So let's look at our undead. To start with. And we're gonna do, let's say, nothing under CR10 and nothing above 20. So I think a Demi-Lich would be fun. I think maybe a Death Knight and Strahd's so weak. What is Boneclaw? You know what? I could see a Death Knight and 2 Boneclaws walking. This thing is terrifying looking. I want that. Okay. We'll call this Knighted. For encounter 5. Okay. Knighted. And then, oops. Or encounter 6. We also don't need you anymore. Oops. Nope. Let's go over here. Alright. I just figured this would be kind of a fun video, because people have asked me about this before. How do you plan out your one-shots? So, this is kind of how I do it. We're going to call these Beasts of the Forgotten. And we're going to theme this around beasts, as you can probably imagine. Alright. So, let's go into our monster type. And we're going to start our CR. No, oh, there's not many strong beasts in this world. A Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh, God. Beasts are definitely one of those monsters that might be a little too weak. Let's look around a little bit. We could do some aberrations, actually. I'd be down for that. Let's see what kind of aberrations we can get. I think a Beholder, or ooh, we could do some Sloths. Just to scare the shit out of Cameron. A Death Sloth. I mean, I'm down for like 4 Death Sloths. Yeah, let's go with that. Alright, and we'll save that. Do we grab that already? Yep, we did. Okay. After defeating the encounter, the party will have a 50... where's my thing? Oh, there. 50 chance of getting the secondary encounter. The town will show the information of... Oh, do they have... If they have Speak with Dead, we could probably definitely... Town will show information of a painting, the era... a Kraka. Sitting in a giant mountain stronghold where they seem to sit in a circle and see a vision cloud above them, in which they notice the old High King with his devil horns and him slaying Tanaruk and Calthun in combat using a mace. Alright. Secondly, they will also find a image or Speak with Dead who tells them that the era or Kraka. Pull up my sweatpants real quick. I've been chilling here in my pajamas doing this. Secondly, we'll also find image or Speak with Dead who tells them that the Arakocra tried to warn the Lady of Time, who declared an outright war against the dwarves and the old High King before he could claim the throne. However, they realized it was too late. Alright. The party will then enter the castle and fight their way through the walls. So we'll go down here, encounter 7 walls, encounter 8, the entrance, encounter 9, the main hall, and encounter 10, the throne room. Okay. The party will enter the castle and fight their way through the walls. Alright. Eventually, they will find more information that the Kraka realized the future and created a new type of magic that was called the... I think we wrote it up at the top. Yeah. We'll grab that. Called the... This spell linked the 2 worlds, and as the old High King approached their stronghold to avoid them informing Alenta, they marched the majority of their people through the stronghold, or through the portal, the spell. Alright. In the main hall, they will find Lord of Blades once more, who will tell them about the Great Crusade, the Rakshasa Rakshasa launched against them, and in which the Va tree, formerly the Kraka, retreated once more through the portal or the spell, landing in Selmica, where they built up the massive soul stone and or fortress with new creations of the two worlds, in which they created a carbon like iron to meld with the soul stone. Alright. In the throne room, they will finally find the mastermind behind all this, who had managed to craft a item, or who managed to craft the 12 lords items back when they were first created, and admits to being the 11th Lord, Vakraka, which we're going to create his character sheet in a minute. And that he is the one who created the newest spell circle, taking all spell slots away from casters in his throne room, to which he has drawn up in blood of the divine being that he captured. Well, I haven't decided which. Well, let's look. Which god should we use? I like the idea of using Shagnarok. I think it'd be interesting. I think that's going to be interesting. Shagnarok. We'll go here, and then we're going to... And this is... Okay. Ariel... And we're going to do 11. There we go. Yes. And then this spell is said to suck the mana away from the world, condense it into a massive explosion that will rip the world in half. For the treatment they gave the Kraka, the true smiths of the gods. Okay, so Encounter 10 is going to have that. We're going to go ahead and build that one first, because I think that'll be better. So Encounter 10, right? Yeah, throne room. Okay. Still waiting for them to let me put a character in here, but that's fine for now. The old High King. There we go. I don't want to do a Great Worm with him, because that would be kind of a pointless thing. We could do 2 Warforged Colossus, but I feel like with him being a level 20 character, he's already going to pretty much decimate them on his own. So let's go down here. We could have 2 Hag Queens serving him. That might be kind of interesting. They have a lot of spells. I think it'd end up killing the party too easily. So let's actually go something a little lower on the scale. Ancient Deep Dragon, okay. I think honestly having 2 Death Knights and then him would be a good idea. So, in that case, we'll have a special character made. Alright, so that one's done. Let's do the main hall. That's where the Lord of Blades is coming back. Let's grab him this time. Yep, there he is. And this time he's going to have 2 constructs with him. Let's see, what's the strongest construct we can give him? Okay, we'll give him 2 iron golems. I think that'll be a nice little add-on for his, like, build-up. And next, we need to do which one? The entrance, okay. So in this case, again, we want to start using more Eric Cochran. So we're going to add, let's say, 4 of those, and then we're going to go and, let's see, I want to find a monster. Again, we don't want anything above 20, and we do want something at least above 10. Having a Pit Fiend serve him would be kind of interesting, but I think having a Hag Queen who's just kind of throwing spells would be kind of a lot better. It shows this guy has a lot of like people serving him. And I think that'll be the general lore as we're talking that the entrance about these people he's made deals with over the time. Alright, and then lastly we need to do the walls, where we're going to have a few spellcasters. Okay, again adding, and then I want spellcasters of some sort. Let's see if we can find anything. Oh yeah, don't do it by alphabetical because I don't care about alphabetical. Frodosian. You know what? I am bringing her back. We're bringing her back. We're finally going to find out where Frodosian went, and she went and found a new sugar daddy. Okay. So those are those done. Now we need to go into our characters, and we need to build Lord Vakraka. So we know he's going to be an Eric Cochran. Like that's 100%. We're gonna go ahead and make sure we get him properly set up. Alright, homebrew, critical role, non-core, and you know what? Rick and Morty content, why not? Milestone or XP, I mean, it really doesn't matter. I'll do XP. Manual for hit points, because I always max out HP. Alright. Oh yeah, and let's make sure we choose his picture. We gotta find an Eric Cochran in here. There's a lot of images they've added in here. Holy shit. It would be nice if they sorted it by recommendation when you were doing an Eric Cochran, or like the different races, but you know. Oh, it's probably because I haven't picked his race yet. You know what, let's pick his race and then we'll do that. So we're gonna go with the Eric Cochran, naturally, which I'm excited about. Now can we get, there we go. I want that one. Perfect. Alright, so his class, I think we're gonna make him a spellcaster. And I think we're gonna make him a sorcerer. So we're gonna max his level to 20. Let us make sure when we're looking at this for my encounters. What do we give the throne room? I think it was just a couple of Eric Cochran, right? Oh, 2 Death Knights. So yeah, we need to take that into account. He does need to be really good at boosting things. Alright, so it's 20 times 6. That's 120. Yep. We'll roll his stats. Okay, let's do Arcana and Religion. I think would be good for his backstory. Sorcerer's Origin. Okay. I think we're gonna go Storm. I think that kind of fits to the character, and I haven't really gotten to mess around with it too much. Let's see. Empowered spell to increase that. Twin spell, always a good one. Seeking spell, if you can make it easier, you can basically get a reroll if you need it. And then careful spell. You can protect some of those creatures from the spell's full force. Yeah. So in case he has to use it on his Death Knights. We'll pick his feats and such here in a minute. I want to make sure we get our stats before we do that. So, and we'll pick our spells next. So we're going to do manual / rolled. Let me make sure I turn this off for a moment. We don't want that on while I'm rolling dice. God, that scared me. All right, we got a 16. Not bad, not bad. 11. Okay, not bad. 14. Okay. 8. Fuck. Always get one bad stat. 11. Okay. We want to, on average, have above 10 stats. Okay. So, sorcerers are a... I think sorcerers count as... Wait. Let me go in here real quick. Game rules. Let's go to, open link. Creating a sorcerer. Charisma should be your highest score, followed by con. Yeah, and the second is choose okay. So charisma and con are our big things. Okay, wanted to make sure. So charisma definitely here. I'm gonna say con. I'm gonna say this will be our strength, intelligence, wisdom, and then we're gonna do dex. Not the greatest stats, but definitely not the worst. As an Air Cochrane, we do get a +2 to our dex, so that's actually really good. And we're not going to max out his abilities. I am going to max his charisma to a 20. Or we'll put it as 25. That's the only thing he gets like a bonus to, I think. Because he is supposed to be this old, like, ass lich. For him, for sorcerers, I'm not familiar with their focus. Alert is definitely going to be the best. Gaining that +5 to initiative, always a good thing to have. I think in his case, let's see. Getting tough wouldn't hurt if we get the chance to. Yeah, I'm going to say tough is definitely going to be good. Warcaster, also probably a good feat to get, so we can't have his thing broken. You have advantage on con saves, that you maintain your concentration spell taking damage. Yep. Although I rarely run this, so... The True King. Okay. Spell Sniper may not be a bad one for the extra distance. I'm kind of tempted to go with Shadow Touched for intelligence, and then I think Cause Fear would be a good one to do for that. I think in this case we're gonna do double into con now, just to bump his health a bit more, make him a little bit better, and then for his last one, I think having his dex as high as possible to avoid hits would be a good idea. So that leaves him at, let's see. So from his ability bonus, he got +2, so now there's 13 there, which is pretty good. And then he has his con also boosted, so it's a 16. Not bad for a spellcaster. Let's do his spells. So we get 6 cantrips, so let's start with that. I think in this case we're going to go very much ice-based. So let's go with Mage Hand. Ray of Frost. I think Summon Contracted will be really interesting. I think Thunderclap, and then we get one more. Honestly, Poison Spray is good, but this guy knows there are Warforged in the world. I would do probably Infestation would be interesting on characters, because that would freak, I think, a character out. Oh, we're actually get two. Then let's also take Acid. Ooh, Chill Touch. Yes, let's grab that. Okay. So for our 9th level spell, we're taking this spell. This is my number one big spell. Alright, we're going to do an 8th level. We'll do 2 8th levels. I think Sunburst is definitely good. Incendiary Cloud can be really an interesting one, in my opinion, because it does a lot of damage and a lot of people don't expect it. So we're going to go with that. I think that fits the character. Finger of Death, always a good spell to have. Prismatic Spray is a spell people definitely sleep on. I think that that'd be really good. I'm only going to take 2 level 7s because when you do so, make a ranged spell attack on a hit. The target takes 40, 12. Actually, I think getting Crown of Stars would be really appropriate as his like prepared spell. Let's see. I think True Seeing, if he's paranoid, we'll get that. And then maybe Globe of Invulnerability, I think would just definitely be a good control spell for him. Let's go down to 5th. Cone of Cold, naturally. Let me see. I want Vorpal Mind, but it doesn't make sense for this character to have it, unfortunately, so... Dominate Person might be an interesting spell for him to run, though. Banishment. Always take Banishment if you get the chance. Very good spell, in my opinion. Ice Storm. And then I think... I would love to take Polymorph, but I don't feel it fits this character. So let's not do that. 3rd level. Counterspell. And Fireball, because you always take Fireball. And we actually don't have any 1st level spells. I honestly am kind of tempted to pick up Magic Missile, in my opinion. I think that's a really good spell to grab. What else do we get? Yeah, okay. So there's our spells. Not too bad. Not too bad at all for the character. Let's do his description. So his background... So he would definitely be some sort of folk hero. I mean, I think in going noble, I think noble kind of fits this character because he is supposed to be a nobleman. Let's go with actually Dragon Chest, and his extra language he's going to pick up. Given the fact of what's been going on, I think he would actually speak Elvish over Dwarvish, in my opinion. Position of Privilege, and then we'll do a suggested characteristic. So we'll do random to build out his character. Okay, and then last one. So let's see what we got. I'm not looking at this currently, so if you are, great. Let's also do his alignment. He is going to be Lawful Evil. He is actually not going to have a god he's going to follow. We will put him as an aristocrat, because he was wealthy. And we're going to go with Blue Feathers, because I'm going to make him some sort of snowbird. In fact, actually, snowbird images. A lot of the snowbirds are actually... Oh, there we go. Okay. I think that works. I think whatever this is, this looks like some sort of beautiful snowbird. All right, cool. Blue feathers, pink skin, because I think all birds have pink skin. What color of eyes? I think they have black eyes, yeah. Black. What's an Eric Cochran's height? Actually, I think I can actually pull that up. Here, I'm going to pause the recording real quick because I got to run to the restroom. Alright, and yeah, for those who are watching this will go out probably after we finish up the, what do you call it, the encounter. Yes, because I still want to know the Death Knights. Okay, Eric Cochran. Oh, we could make him an Owlin, actually. You know what? We are going to do that, I think. And the reason why is I like the idea that he is not an Eric Cochran, but properly an Owlin. I think that'd be interesting, because I haven't messed around with any of the new races yet. This race is new options for character creation. Yeah. I think we're actually going to go with this race. I think this makes it more interesting for him. First induced, you're able to customize. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. No. Oh, okay. So yeah, we're still going to have him speak Elvish. Because of his, oh, he already speaks Elvish from his noble background. Then I think Dwarvish is a good one for his other second language. And then this is still Elvish. So he speaks Dwarvish and Elvish. And he still gets from this. Oh, yeah, we got to pick the ability scores. So I'm going to do a 2 and a 1. A 2 or a 1 in. Oh, well, we can do that. And then a 2, let's say, in that. Yeah. Is there snow? Please don't tell me we're getting a snow warning today. I'll look at that later. Actually. Okay. Oh, just coastal floods. Alright, cool. So there we go. That works for me. Okay. Definitely a better build. So let's go back to his description as we were working on him. So what is the height of an Owlin? That humans have in our world. Okay, so we'll put him at 5'7", and for weight we'll say 180 because I like that. And age, does it say how long they age for? It's about a century, assuming the character doesn't meet a violent end on an adventure. Okay, so century is 1,000 years, so we're gonna say 850 years. And we'll put him as male. Okay. So for his personality traits, he says, I take great pains to always look for my best and follow the latest fashion. So gotta take that into account. I don't like to get my hands dirty, and I won't be caught dead in unsuitable accommodations. So he will run. Ideals: independence. I must prove that I can handle myself without calling of my family. Works. Bonds. Nothing is more important than the other members of my family. And flaws: I hide a truly scandalous secret that could ruin my family forever, which is basically him in charge of this whole thing. Okay, so we've got his setup so far. Now let's do his equipment. So we're just gonna take the gold. Yeah, just randomize. There you go. And then we're gonna go and add items. So he is a sorcerer. So best items. Oops, if I could. Items for a sorcerer 5e. Yeah. Let's see what they recommend. Continue without. Pearl of Power. Falls into more spells. Okay. Ring of Protection. Always a good one to get, honestly. Amulet of Black Skull. Use a necklace 6 times a day. Must make a saving con each time. Should you fail in a... what does it give you? Use as an action and spend one of its charges to transport yourself and anything you are wearing to carry to another location within 100 feet. That's actually really good for an escape, I think, for this character. And that's called what? The Amulet of the Black Skull. Let's see if that's in here. Actually, let's just try a skull. There it is. Yep. So use. I don't know if that will be something he has to attune to, but we'll see. To be honest, I think what we're going to do actually is we're going to go to his character sheet because we want to be able to see if we need to attune to items. So I think that's something we need to take into account. All right, so we do have one attunable item. Definitely gonna be a good one. Eye of Charming. Use one charge to charm Perlapt of Wound Closure. Okay, not bad. Wearing to stabilize wounds and cease bleeding. Not a bad thing. And charisma score maximum increased by 2. That actually would be good for the tome. Let's see if we can find that. If we add that and carry it, we don't have to attune to it, and that should actually increase this by another 2. So that's 27. Damn. Oh, his charisma is fucking gonna be great. Ring of, let's go with his weapon. Staff of Power. I'm definitely down for that. Rod of Absorption, I could also see. I think Staff of Power might be better. Yeah, so I think just to keep his spell slots open, it's always good to have that. Power, yeah. Because I don't think he's going to be afraid to take damage. What do they got for armor? Cloak of Displacement caused the wearer to appear if they were a slightly different location up to 6 inches, which is good for all attack rolls. I agree with that. Cloak of the Dire Goose, never forget. We do have to attune to it, so that's all of our attune stuff. And it basically, if I remember right, it should... So this will basically, while you're wearing this close, makes you appear at place. If you take damage, the property ceases to function until the start of your next turn. Oh, so it's not as great as I had been hoping, in my opinion, but it's not bad. To be fair, we're not proficient in any armor, so which means we're going to be kind of at a disadvantage already. I am not going to give him a horn, but we do want to get him some better, some magic items as well, or some just general items. Let's look at armor. I could definitely see him wearing an Elven Chain shirt. That while it puts him at a disadvantage, he is alright, because it brings up his armor class a little bit. Do we have any wondrous gear we'd actually want? Let me see. Oh my god. It'd be nice if you could, like, look based on rarity. I feel like Boots of the Winterlands is, like, a must in this situation. I don't think you need to... Does it, it requires attunement. Nope, can't. Is there a way to... No. Okay. Nope. Crown of the Forest, Dragon Vessel, no. Helm of Teleportation would probably be a really good one for him to get, but he does have to attune to that, unfortunately, so... let's keep looking, see what we got. Also, we want to make sure he's got some decent gear on him. Bracers of Defense, do those require... Yeah, most of this stuff will require attunement at this point. But you never know. You may find something interesting. Ooh. I think having that for the golden line would be good. And I think besides this, he'd just carry potions. So, let me see. I just see him carrying a bunch of, like, really strong potions. Pocket portal. It creates, always takes you to the location the potion was brewed in. Another good way for him to escape. I could definitely see that. I don't see him having any of those, but I do see him having potions of healing. And I do see him having, like, maybe 5 of these. Which I think would definitely be something he would wear. And I think that kind of works for the character. He doesn't need a lot. His main thing is he's a spellcaster, so, you know, we gotta keep that in mind. And we gotta remember to use those sorcery points. So let's go to features for our class stuff. You speak, read, and write primordial, always good. As a bonus action, you can cause a gust of air to surround you before or after you cast a first level spell or higher. That allows you to fly up 10 feet without provoking an opportunity attack, which is good. You have 20 sorcerer points, which is just natural. Empowered spells makes them, you can use them to reroll up to 8 of the dice, which is really useful if you get shitty rolls. You gain resistance to lightning and thunder damage, which are always good. First level or higher that deals... Oh, you can also start casting a spell first level or higher that deals lightning or thunder damage creatures of your choice within 10 feet if you take 10 lightning and thunder damage of your choice. Nice. Storm's Guide can cause rain to stop falling. So that's nice to get the extra wind. Storm's Fury. When you are hit by a melee attack, you can use your reaction to deal 20 lightning damage to the attacker, and it must make a strength saving throw. On a failure, it is pushed 20 straight, or up to it is pushed in a straight line up to 20 feet away from you. Also very good. You also gain magical flying speed of 60 feet once per short rest as an action. And choose 11 creatures within 30 feet. And then Sorcerer Restoration you regain whenever you finish a short rest. So that's actually really nice. Racial traits. Nothing we get specifically that's interesting. We do have proficiency in stealth, which is nice. We have no expertise in this character, so we're not going to be getting that. And then we've got our +5 to our initiative, an extra 40 HP. Yeah, see, he's at max HP should right now be 120, and he's got 220, so it's almost doubled. And then Shadow Touch, you can learn the Invisibility spell and first level spell of your choice to cast, so you can cause fear and have invisibility, which could really be nice depending on. He also has Blizka, which I'll say is his last spell, so we'll see how that goes. But that's pretty much how I run things. That's how I do a one-shot. That's how I prepare for one-shot. A lot of people do different, and I recommend checking them out and seeing what you think as far as like how people do that type of stuff. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys whenever the next video goes out. Thank you.